In this video, I'll show you how you can use Zapier to make updates to custom fields on a project in ProcessKit. So I had already started creating this Zap in my Zapier account. It starts with a new message being posted to Slack. And of course, Slack is just an example. You can use any of like 1,000 different apps. But then that automatically created a project in ProcessKit. Now the project that we created there is this one, and it used a project type called marketing. Now this marketing project type is special because it has some settings where it automatically preloads these 4 custom fields that I had already created in my ProcessKit account. And if we look at that project that was created, we can see those custom fields down here under details. Now when you're looking at the details page on a project, the first few fields are like the built-in fields in a project. You've got the project notes or description, the project type, the start date, the end date. Those are the built-in fields on a project. But anything below that are custom fields, right? So we've added this text input, which we've called headline. We have landing page copy that uses rich text. We have a selection dropdown, which we've called website type. And we have region, which is a radio selection. You can select United States or Europe. Now, as I showed in a previous video, when you create a project, you can't update those custom fields at the time that you create the project. The same is true when you use the update a project. Those will only edit the built-in fields. But if you want to edit those custom fields, you can add it on as an additional step in the Zap. And that's what we're going to do here. So let's go ahead and add that additional step. We want to select ProcessKit. And we want to update a custom field on a project. Let's select that. And we will select our ProcessKit account and the project that we're making this update on. That's going to be the same project that we had created in step 2. Perhaps you're finding an existing project. Either way, that would output a project ID. And what you need to do is grab that ID. So we're pulling that ID in from a previous step into this field. And now that we've specified that project ID, now the selection here will populate. This won't populate until you specify which project it is that we're talking about, so that Zapier can go find the list of custom fields that exist on this project. And so it found that headline, the landing page copy, website type, and region. And we're going to select which one of these that we want to make an update to. Let's start by updating the headline. Now the way that this works is here in this step in Zapier, we're only going to update the headline custom field. But if we also want to make updates to these other fields, we're just going to add additional steps to this same Zap. You know, the next one will update the landing page copy, the next one will update the website type, and so on. But for now, let's just update this headline. Below that, you'll see 3 fields. One is called custom field value text, and then we have custom field value rich text, and a custom field value selection. So based on which type of field it is, that's the one that we want to use out of these 3. Now headline is a text field. You know that because it's a single line text. It's not a rich text. And so if we want to update that, then we will use this field. If we had selected headline and we put content into one of these fields, nothing's going to happen because it's a mismatch on the type of field. So this is a headline. We're going to put in zapped headline text just so that we know that it worked. Let's click continue and let's go ahead and test this out. And it says that was successful. So let's go over here. And if we refresh the page, as you can see, that headline now has that text that we've put in from Zapier. Pretty cool. All right, so now let's go ahead and update the other custom fields in this. So like I said, we're going to add an additional step to our Zap. We'll select ProcessKit. Once again, we'll do update a custom field on a project. And I know this is a little bit tedious, but it's just how we wire this all up together. We need to select these same things again. The project ID that we're working with, that's the one that we've created. And now we're going to pull down this menu again, and this time let's do the landing page copy. So we will, since landing page copy is a rich text, meaning it has formatting, you see these buttons, and it would take multiple paragraphs. That's what we call rich text. And in that case, we're going to use this field. We'll just leave these other fields alone. So this is content coming from Zapier. We can add paragraph and even add a URL, and that URL should automatically link. You can pull in like a URL from one of the previous steps, or you can type one in, whatever. All right, so now let's finish that up and click continue. And we'll test that out. And let's refresh this page. And there it is. So now we've added this content to that custom field. All right, let's do these two. So we're going to add another step to the Zap. ProcessKit, update a custom field, select your ProcessKit account, and we're going to keep using the same project ID. Now this time we're going to do website type. Now website type is a selection dropdown, and so for that we'll use this third field, custom field value selection. We use this either when it's a selection dropdown or a radio field. Either way, they both have selectable options. And so since we've selected website type as the custom field, now this will automatically populate with whatever those options were. So let me see what it's currently set to WordPress. So we're going to change this to Squarespace. And let's click update, or continue rather, and we'll test it. And if we update this, now you can see website type has changed to Squarespace. And let's do the final one. We're going to change this from Europe to United States. So we'll add one more that is a ProcessKit, and we're going to update a custom field once again. Select our account, get the same project. That's the project ID. And this time we are going to select region. That's the custom field that we're going to update this time. Once again, region is that radio selection. And so since it's a radio selection, we're going to use the selection dropdown, and it's going to pull in those two options. It was currently set to Europe. We're going to change that to United States. And we will click continue. Let's test that out. And we'll refresh this page. And as you can see, region has now changed to United States. So that's how you can make updates to custom fields on a project using Zapier.